Okay, so now we are going to discuss script, languages, and literature. When it comes to script, a script can be considered as the way of writing. Like English is written in this particular way. So it is the script. Clear? What I am speaking is the language English which I am speaking right now, and the way it is written is called as script. Time immemorial, people were well aware of using various types of script, and they presented their views or thoughts in different scripts. Clear? Now, earliest script, we have given reference to this Indus Valley script as well, that earliest script from India has been found from Indus Valley civilization. But the script is yet to be deciphered. We are unable to read what is written. Like you are able to read what is written here, but we are unable to read what was written in Indus Valley civilization's inscriptions. So that is why it is yet to be deciphered. So it is not deciphered yet. Clear? Now, Indus Valley script is, as I have told you, that it is pictographic in nature. Pictographic, that is, there are numerous pictures or symbols in the script. And more than 400 pictures or symbols are there in Indus Valley script. Not only this, majority of the inscriptions which have been excavated from Indus Valley civilization is having various inscriptions. Mohenjo-daro, from Mohenjo-daro we got or we excavated 50% of the total inscriptions. Means whatever inscriptions we have discovered from total Indus Valley civilization, 50% of them has been excavated from Mohenjo-daro and 37% from Harappa. What does it mean? It means that these two places were the places of importance, or what we can say the capital city अगर हम आज के context में कहे तो गलत नहीं होगा. Why? Because when it comes to resources, the inscriptions, when it comes to the utensils which has been excavated, when it comes to important buildings like great granary, great bath, assembly hall, priest, clear? Important buildings, utensils, inscriptions, majority of the things, those which are important in nature has been found from Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. So in that way, what we can say, Mohenjo-daro and Harappa were the important places of Indus Valley civilization. Now, the smallest inscription in the Indus Valley script consists of only 5 symbols, while the largest inscription is having 26 symbols. Now, because we are not deciphered the script yet, we are not aware what is these pictures or symbols mean, whether they represent a particular word or a particular sentence. एक पिक्चर एक वर्ड रिप्रेजेंट करता है या एक पूरा सिंबल एक पूरा सेंटेंस रिप्रेजेंट करता है. वी आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ दैट. क्लियर? एंड मोस्ट इंटरेस्टिंगली which makes the decipherment more difficult is the nature in which it is written. It is written in bostrofedon, that is in alternate lines in alternate directions. First line, for example, if it is written from left to right, the second line will be written from right to left. Then the third line will be written in this way. Clear? So that makes Indus Valley script more difficult to decipher. Why? Because, okay, when it is large inscription, you can well aware about from where the line starts. But in a small inscription where the inscription is in the single line, you are not able to decipher yet from where to start reading. Clear? So that's why the nature or Bostrofedon script of Indus Valley makes it more difficult to understand or more difficult to be deciphered. Okay, now apart from Indus Valley script or Bostrofedon script, there are multiple scripts which were present in India in ancient time. One among them is the Kharoshthi script. Kharoshthi script, it started to be used from 6th century BCE and it continued to be used till 3rd century AD. That means almost 900 years. It was there present in India. Later on, it has been replaced with some other scripts. Okay, so Kharoshthi script was in use in India from 600 BCE to 300 AD. And mainly it was used in northwestern part of India, the areas of Punjab, western Punjab, Sindh, Baluchistan, northwest frontier province, present day Pakistan, Afghanistan. This particular region was using Kharoshthi script. Clear? And this is written from right to left. This Kharoshthi script is written in this way. इस तरीके से लिखी जाती है. Okay, from right to left. It traces its origin from Aramaic script. The Arabian influence is there. So, Kharoshthi script, because it is influenced by Aramaic, it is written from right to left. So, that is what about the Kharoshthi script. Next is the Brahmi script, the script which can be considered as the script of India. Now, when it comes to Brahmi script is being used from 6th century BCE to 6th century AD. A longer period of time, Brahmi script has been used by kings in India. Clear? And after it has been converted into Siddha Matrika. 6th century AD के बाद ब्राह्मी स्क्रिप्ट का यूज होना बंद नहीं हुआ था, rather it is being replaced with or converted into a new type of script that is called as Siddha Matrika. Now this Siddha Matrika script continued till 10th century AD, and after 10th century, now this Siddha Matrika converted into Devanagari. Devanagari, the script which we use today. Clear? So, the script Devanagari or our Hindi script, the script of Hindi, traces its origin from the Brahmi script which started in 6th century BC. Clear? And it is written from left to right. हिंदी वर्णमाला हम जिस तरह से लिखते हैं, हिंदी हम जिस तरह से लिखते हैं, from left to right. Clear? So Brahmi script is written from left to right. Over the period of time, it is divided into various subscripts or regional scripts. One such is Sharda script. It was there in Kashmir region. Gaudi script in Bengal region, and Maithili script in Bihar region. Clear? So in that way, Brahmi script or Devanagari script has been converted or developed into various subscripts. Okay. Now, when it comes to another script which was prevalent, was or latest was the Arabic script. It incorporated or it arrived in India. It arrived in India in 13th century AD. Clear? 13th century, if you remember, this was the time when Turkish rule in India established. From 1192, Second Battle of the Rhine, it started getting established, and in 13th century, it was established. Clear? So when the Turkish rule established, they came up with their own language. and with their own language, they come with their own script. So Arabic script. Like Kharoshti, Arabic script is also written from right to left in that way. Clear? And it has 28 letters. Okay, so that is what about Arabic script. So different scripts are there used during different times. When it comes to Ashokan inscription in India. So when it comes to inscriptions in India, inscriptions has been written in Brahmi script. It is being used, written in Kharoshti script. It is written in Arabic as well during medieval time. Clear? So different scripts is being used during the time of ancient India as well as in medieval India. Clear? Mainly, if I say the usage of Brahmi script was there in Indian subcontinent, entire Indian subcontinent. Clear? From north to south, east to west. Kharoshti was used in west and north west region. And Arabic, after arrival of Islam in India and after establishment of Turkish rule in India, Arabic is being used in majority of North India. Clear? So that is about the inscriptions. Ashokan inscriptions has been written in these two languages. Clear? These two script I am saying, I am not talking about the language. किस तरीके से लिखा गया, तो स्क्रिप्ट ये है, लैंग्वेज अलग अलग है. क्लियर? लाइक ब्राह्मी script, clear, which is mother of all script, which we can say. Clear? The Sanskrit, Pali, Magdhi, Prakrit, different languages are written in this script. So majority of the inscriptions are written in Brahmi. Okay, some of them are written in Kharoshti. So that is about the Arabic script or the portion of script. Sometimes questions will be asked, easy going question will be there from this particular section. Now, after this, the second thing is the language. Language, it is a way of communication. The manner in which we communicate becomes our language. So there are different types of languages, like the way one in which I am communicating with you is English. Clear? So English is a language, a script, how it is written here. Similarly, when it comes to India, there are multiple languages, numerous languages which evolved over the period of time in India. Clear? And earliest among them was Sanskrit. So when it comes to Sanskrit, it is considered as one of the elite language or pure language. Pure language in the sense that it is based on numerous rules. Clear? You have to be correct at the time of speaking or at the time of writing always. Clear? And in that sense, when you have to follow so many of rules, you have to be correct always. In that sense, there will be difficulty in reading or writing this particular language. So when it comes to Sanskrit, it is based on more than 4,000 grammar rules. Clear? So there are 4,000 grammar rules when it comes to Sanskrit. Vedas and Brahmanas, the Vedic literature is written in Sanskrit. So you might be amazed knowing the proficiency of our saints in ancient time when it comes to this particular language. Clear? It is used as court language during the time of Guptas. So this is one factual information which can be asked there in your examination, that it is the court language. Clear? And major works of Sanskrit grammar is Astadhyay, written by Panini, asked in UPSC 2021. Patanjali wrote Mahabhashya, which was again a commentary on Astadhyay, a grammar book again. Clear? And Jaladitya and Vaman wrote Kashika Vritti, which also mentioned about the rules to be used in grammar of this particular language. So in that sense, what we can say, Sanskrit is one language which belongs to elite class. It is one of the complex language, it is which is difficult to master, not easy to understand. Clear? And hence it remained to the upper class of the society or the rich class of the society. Clear? Now, when it comes to inscriptions, there are few inscriptions, or rather, there is a single inscription, or most prominent, which is being in the interest of UPSC, that Junagadh inscription. Junagadh inscription of Rudra Daman, a great Shak ruler, Rudra Daman. His inscription from Junagadh, Gujarat, was the first inscription which was written in Sanskrit. Clear? It was post-modern times. Clear? When inscriptions started being written in Sanskrit, and during the Gupta time, it became the court language. So, when it became court language during the time of Guptas, numerous inscriptions were written in Sanskrit. Clear? So, that is what the information about the Sanskrit language. Now, another language is the Prakrit. It is unrefined language. Unrefined, that means it is not having that much grammatical rules and regulations. Clear? It is a language to be used in common day-to-day life. So when it will be used in day-to-day life, rules will hardly matter. Clear? And it will be used by common people, a simple one, and it is not based on grammar rules. अब जब grammar rules नहीं होंगे, like in Sanskrit, there are rules. You cannot break those rules while speaking or writing. So it becomes difficult to master. But when there will not be any rules, what you can do? You can define your own rules. Clear? My life, my rules. So my language, my rules. Clear? So similarly, when it comes to Prakrit, though it is not based on various grammar rules, it has developed into various subgroups. Different groups came in Prakrit. That is Pali, Magadhi, Ardha Magadhi, Sorseni, Apabhramsh, and Maharashtri, which we these days call as Marathi. Clear? Pali was the language which was used by Mahatma Buddha. Magadhi was used by Mahavir Swami. So now things will be more clear to you why Jainism and Buddhism attracted masses. Why? Because the language these people used was the language of common people. क्लियर? आम बोलचाल की भाषा थी जिसे आसानी से लोग समझ रहे थे, और जब आसानी से समझ रहे थे तो फॉलोअर बढ़ते जा रहे थे. क्लियर? Sorseni is used in the region of Mathura. Apabhramsh, or what we can say, the not the purest one is being used in almost every region. Clear? And Maharashtra is the language which is used in Maharashtra region. Okay? And when it comes to Mauryan time, it was Prakrit which was the language. And inscriptions were written in Prakrit as well. Language Prakrit, script Brahmi. Clear? So Ashokan script, inscriptions of Ashoka, language Prakrit, script Brahmi. Language Greek or Aramaic, script खरोष्ठी. ये वाले जो इंस्क्रिप्शंस है अशोक के, इट वाज फाउंड फ्रॉम नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न फ्रंटियर रीजन. क्लियर? क्योंकि ये स्क्रिप्ट कहाँ प्रिवेलेंट थी? नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न इंडिया में. क्लियर? सो this is what additional information when it comes to Ashokan inscription, which we have discussed during the time of pillars and stupas. Okay? And script was Brahmi. So that is about the languages. So when it comes to languages, we have discussed about the Sanskrit language, the language of elite, and the Prakrit language, the language of common people. And when it comes to language of common people, it was used by masses in different ways, in different styles. Okay, now after this, now we will talk about the philosophic activities which has been performed during the time of ancient one. Not only philosophic, we will also discuss about the literary activities. Clear? Now, when it comes to literature or literary activities, again we will go back to Indus Valley time. But because it is not being deciphered yet, we need to be patient कि वहाँ लिखा क्या हुआ है. And we should start with the area of which we are having clear knowledge. So that particular reason or that particular period is the period of Vedic age. Clear? And I've told you as well that after Indus Valley civilization, there was very few architectural activities which has been performed, and there was numerous or extensive literary activities which undertook during that particular time. So, when it comes to Vedic literature, the literature of the people from Vedic age, it consists of Vedas, Brahmanas, Aranyak, and Upanishad. So sometimes UPSC will ask you question, an easy one. Clear? Which of the following comprises of Vedic literature? Okay.